welcome back. Here is a second video of cooking with me. Today the topic is boiling and simmering. So we were just required to pick a recipe out that incorporates boiling or simmering or both, whichever one. So a key difference between simmering and boiling is that simmering is when bubbles are gently rising to the surface, and they're barely breaking the surface. So when you're cooking rice or something like that, usually you're cooking that at a simmer. And the temperature for simmering is usually around 180 degrees Fahrenheit. And then boiling is when the bubbles are rapidly breaking the surface. So they're just constantly, like one after the other, they're breaking the surface, big bubbles. That's boiling. And usually that happens around 212 degrees Fahrenheit. So there's a little bit of a difference between boiling and simmering. My recipe today is actually fried rice, but a little different than your typical fried rice. So it's actually using quinoa. That is what we're using in place of rice. So it should be a much healthier version of the fried rice. So this dish is actually still high in sodium, but that's okay. I feel like this dish is actually one of those that still tastes good, even if you took out like the teriyaki sauce or something like that. I feel like you can just kind of play with it if you can't eat like a lot of sodium. Or I'm using the more of a simmering method in this recipe since it is quinoa. Since it's more like rice, I will have to, I'm going to bring my water to a boil first, and then after I get it to a boil, I will then transfer my quinoa into the boiling water, and after that I will reduce it to a simmer so that it can finish cooking, so it doesn't burn and stick to the pan and all that. I actually kind of got ahead of myself to a certain extent. I was supposed to make the rice before cooking because they wanted the rice to be more chilled so it could soak up the moisture, or not the moisture, but so it could soak up the liquids better. So I was preparing the rice, and I forgot that that was the important part of the boiling and simmering. And I had a small recording of it simmering a little bit, but it was basically done. But I'm also going to try to insert a video, which is right here, of the water boiling. So this is what the water looks like boiling, and then I'm just going to reduce it to a simmer. Right here, it's just a clip of me just sauteing the vegetables, carrots, peas, onions, garlic, all that good stuff together. Alright, so this is the finished product. Yeah, this dish is like great if you want to incorporate chicken or shrimp or honestly any kind of meat that you want. It already has eggs in it, so that you already have a little bit of protein in there. But it's really just, you can mix and match, you can play with this dish. It's really a fun dish to create, and now honestly it's like kind of pretty easy. It's just a little bit of some prepping with vegetables and stuff. So thank you guys so much, and I'll just see you guys next time.